Listen, just recast them, man.
Pascal.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Pascal back at it again with another pop-up video. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, The Pascal Show. One word. Hit that like button down below. Let's not forget to crush that subscribe button if this is your first time checking out this channel right here. And also, please go follow my locals, hit my Patreon. The links are in the ticker right here underneath my face. And of course, I have that merch. Please check it out. It's in the description box down below. Anyway, we got to jump into this story. This is some crazy stuff. As we already know, we have been, as you already know, I have been covering Ezra Miller, Johnny D or JD here, and all the craziness that's been circulating around all of them. Okay, but especially the craziness that's been circulating around and Ezra Miller. Now, the thing is that there was a Comic-Con this past weekend, and what's interesting is what Warner Brothers decided to do. They decided to kind of gloss over some certain titles that Amber Heard and Ezra Miller are in. And instead of actually just putting them out there and just saying, hey, we're getting really excited about this, that, and the third, they decided not to show those at all and talk about future projects that they have with other talent and other movies that they got up and running. This is the weirdest thing I've seen. And, we got to go through this because this doesn't make any sense to me. Look at this. So with a 2023 slate hobbled by controversial stars like and Ezra, Warner Brothers and DC stick to 2022 titles in muted Comic-Con appearance. This is crazy. Now, I know a lot of you guys probably went out to see the Comic-Con recently. Of course, they've been putting out some new stuff, like for example, at least on the Marvel side of things, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Black Panther 2 just recently got dropped. There's a bunch of other movies like Shazam 2 that just got dropped. I mean, there's a bunch of them that they're just putting out that they've been, everyone gets excited about Comic-Con because they're putting out teasers or they're putting out trailers to let you guys know what's coming around the corner and to get hype about it, right? But they didn't show nothing that had Ezra or in them at all, which is very interesting. We got to look at some of this article here because this is just fascinating. So for most of the 2010s, Warner Brothers cast a massive shadow at the San Diego Comic-Con between its substantial presence on the showroom floor and a pull out all the stops presentation in Hall H that could stretch well beyond 2 hours. The studio was second to none, not even its main rival, Marvel Studios, in its ability to leverage the largest fan convention in North America to its advantage. I mean, they literally, like they said, they would pull out all the stops. They did everything and then some. This year, though, the studio took a decidedly different approach. It skipped the show floor completely, including a presence for DC Comics. And while it did use its hour-long panel in Hall H to showcase 2 of its 2022 releases like Black Adam and Shazam: Fury of the Gods, the biggest DC movies for 2023, which is Aquaman 2 or Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, and The Flash were completely MIA. I wonder why, though. I wonder why those titles were not out at all. They didn't push them. They didn't talk about them. They didn't say nothing. In my understanding, no cast from any of those movies were actually at the Comic-Con at all. So they didn't even murmur, didn't even say one syllable about Aquaman 2 and the new Flash movie that's going to be coming out here, allegedly fairly soon. Okay? Now, what's crazy it's just crazy to me, this whole situation. But they said both Aquaman 2 and The Flash completed shooting months ago, which could have been given their respective directors, James Wan and Andy Muschietti. So hopefully I'm saying the last name correctly. Time to put together at least some footage to whip up the buzz with the character's stature among the Comic Con faithful. Aquaman 2, Aquaman 2, however, co-stars AH, who's been in the center of one of the ugliest public court battles in Hollywood history against her ex-husband Johnny Depp, during which her status in the film as a major point of contention. A jury found her guilty or found her liable of defamation, and now she got to pay JD about $10+ million. We already know this stuff now, but also on top of that, you have the Flash, or Ezra Miller, is facing multiple allegations of behavior, including doing something crazy to a woman that we all saw in Iceland, where they threw a woman down, harassing other women in her home, harassing another woman, in her home in Berlin, as well as 2 arrests in Hawaii this year alone. Let's be real. Ezra Miller has been in some serious. He's been working hard. Have been working hard out here. All right, for over this past year, they've been busy. One in March for disorderly conduct and harassment, and another one a month later for second-degree assault. Okay, so the circumstances of Heard and Miller's situation are quite different. However, in both cases, Warner Brothers facing down an impossible dilemma without much precedent, even in the #MeToo era: how to promote their escapist superhero franchises when their stars are embroiled in toxic scandals that overwhelm all other conversation about them. In the case of Aquaman 2, Walter Hamada, who basically runs the DC side, testified in a video deposition in the Heard Depp trial that the studio did consider recasting Heard in the role of Mira opposite star Jason Momoa, because the actors didn't have a lot of chemistry together, quote unquote. Editorially, they were able to make that relationship work in the first movie. We saw this in his testimony, okay? But there was a concern that it took a lot of effort to get there, Hamada said. It's not exactly a rousing endorsement for a movie. I have to concur, okay? Now, we already know that that Mira is not the center, right? She is not Aquaman, right? So I feel like a lot of studio heads, I think, are thinking, hey, just let it be. Just let her be in it. She's only in it for a little bit. It's not like a huge piece, but still, maybe just her in there, just sprinkled in, won't be such a big deal. Well, let's be real. #boycott Aquaman 2 is in full effect, has been in full effect, because of what happened in this trial, what she tried to do in trying to destroy her ex-husband's life, not only his career, but his life as well. And we haven't even tapped really into Ezra Miller, but plenty of people are saying that he should be recast. I'm hearing people say, bring Elliot Page and have Elliot Page take over to play the part of Barry Allen and the Flash in this new Flash movie. Just recast and do it all over again. But you got to remember, a lot of these execs are sitting there going, well, we've already shot. Everything's in the can. These movies are done. Now we're just testing it to make sure everything's good, so that if we need to fix something, we can fix something now. And I think a lot of them, what we've said a million times before, that I think a lot of these movies execs are scared. They're worried about losing money, burning more money to get another actor to reshoot everything all over again. Listen, my personal opinion, here it is, y'all. I say recast. Just recast them. Why throw them out and like, why not show them off? If you are excited or if you are standing by those movies that are already in the can with Ezra Miller and Amber Heard, why not just put them out? Why not show the teasers or trailers at Comic-Con? If you're going to stand by them, put them out there. Because no matter what, people are going to, we are already talking about it, y'all. We are already talking about people are saying that they don't want to go see The Flash if Ezra Miller's in it. People are already saying hashtag boycott Aquaman 2. So the damage is done. So if you're going to stand by those two actors, these incredibly controversial actors, then put out the footage. Quit hiding. Like, you think that, hey, let's just sit back and not say anything. Maybe over the next year, people will forget. No, people will not forget. In fact, once those movies do come out, a new surge for hashtag fire Ezra or hashtag boycott Aquaman 2 will resurface. It will never die. This is, listen, one of the most controversial things we've seen in Hollywood as far as a trial that we, one of the most controversial trials we've ever seen in Hollywood. It's kind of hard to forget that. So no matter how long you sit and wait, people are still going to remember what she did or did not do. Same thing with Ezra. Ezra is still out here out on the lam doing God knows what. But at the same time, people are not going to forget. So just by sitting it out and just waiting and then maybe sneaking out that trailer and putting those movies out in theaters, people are going to remember. So it doesn't matter how hard you try. All right? Doesn't matter how hard you try to sweep this under the rug. Sorry. People are going to lift up that rug and they're going to say, there's the dirt. But that's the video, guys. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. I mean, in my personal opinion, this doesn't work for me, y'all. It just doesn't. I say just recast them. Why hide behind the footage? Why hide the footage? Why? Just get it over with. You know what I'm saying? Just get it done, man. Get it over with. The inevitable is going to happen. People are not going to want to go see The Flash. People are not going to want to go see Aquaman 2. And then guess what happens? The only people that are going to be suffering from this is Warner Brothers and DC Comics, period. That's where they're going to be losing. They're going to be losing money, incredible amounts of money, and that sucks. So just recast. Call it a damn day. Come on, man. These two are terrible, and no one's out here trying to support two terrible individuals. Anyway, comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts. Hit that like button and most definitely crush that subscribe button. It'd be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. Anyway, it's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys in the next video. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.